Okay, everybody, here we go. Sit back and relax because this is going to get wild. Anyway, so post market wrap up on this Wednesday, September 6th, 2023. I don't know where to start. I got so much stuff all over my freaking desk here to talk to you about. Let's start off with the basics. It lets me get my head on straight. This market again has fallen under pressure as risk in this market continues to rise. Last time I checked it, the MMRI, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator, you know what I'm talking about, free to everybody. Link in the description of this video is at 280, 20 points away from extreme risk. The market don't like it. The market don't like this. The 10-year yield, 4.3, the relative strength of the dollar higher today. Crude oil, are you watching crude oil? Brent crude is just under $90 a barrel. WTI, just about 88. I mean, no surprise to a single person that follows this blog. By the way, thank you, Andy, for that. This is, look, just the beginning here. Are we going to get a pullback a little bit? If we do, it's going to be bullish. Crude's going much higher. And again, I'm not sitting here talking about crude because I think it's fun. I'm telling you this because you're about to see prices across the board rise a lot. You're going to be reaching deeper into your pockets to make ends meet. That plays right into some of the economic news that we got to talk about. Restaurant stocks today sold off in mass because people are cutting back on everything, including eating out. Okay, the consumer's done. They're maxed out. They're being wiped out, crushed, and destroyed by a runaway central bank, the Federal Reserve, who just got a new vice chairperson. Oh, we got to talk about that because there's big trouble coming. This guy was chosen. I'm talking about Jefferson for a reason. Hold that thought. We'll cover that. Anyway, going back to the market. Under pressure, as I said, risk is rising. 10-year yield, 4.3. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you very much here. Dollar, cryptocurrencies flat to slightly under pressure. Gold and silver falling under pressure today as well. Okay, it's not going to change anything. We understand what's going on. Period. The end. Now, going back, and before again, I got other stuff I want to talk to you about. The economic news just doesn't stop. Mortgage demand drops to a 30-year low. Home purchase applications fall to a 28-year low. We got this fake data, and I'm going to prove it to you right now with regard to GDP it's being forced down your throat today if you're watching the mainstream propaganda ministry. It's just, where's the accountability? Where's the uproar? Where's the uprising? I have no idea. There's some chatter out here. I wasn't going to even bring this up, but I'm going to just real quick. There's a little bit of noise going around that soon, and I don't know when, or actually, well, we do know why, but that the major banks are going to start limiting withdrawals. Now, again, don't go crazy on this. This is just chatter out here. I would not be surprised to find out that's actually true or that it does happen, but I want to hear from you. Are any of you finding, first of all, we know how this works. You go to your bank and you ask to withdraw cash. They're going to ask you a couple of questions. Again, number one is, well, what do you need? Especially if it's a large amount of money. They're going to ask you what you need it for. Tell them to read between the lines, okay, because that's supposed to be your cash, although it isn't, all right? They want to know what you're going to use it for because they think you're a terrorist. And then they're gonna question you about why you're withdrawing that cash. And they are obviously putting limits on that as of now, but they're gonna withdraw it even more. So I want to hear from you if you had this problem, if you're encountering this. So with banks possibly going to be limiting or maybe even cutting off withdrawals. Now, the Fed's beige book came out today, and this is going to lead right into what I want to talk to you about. So according to the beige book there, on economic growth here, where the U.S. economy is growing at a moderate pace. Now, understand what we're talking about. The U.S. economy, as you and I know, is dead. Again, restaurant stocks today cratering. Every single economic indicator is pointing lower. The yield curve inversion here, like we've never seen before. The bad economic news just doesn't stop. Inflationary pressure is rising. It's not going to stop either. It's all designed to do that. Now, with regard to GDP, So the if you were to talk to the new Fed chair, which we're going to talk about in a moment, or any Fed person or one of our lovely politicians, they're going to tell you that GDP moving forward is great. It's looking really good. It's positive, like 5.6% for the third quarter. But the truth is always hidden in plain sight. I happened to come across something today. If you and again, if you do subscribe to my free newsletter, this is in your inbox. I place a link to this exact thing I'm going to tell you right from the Federal Reserve's own website. Okay. The St. Louis Fed Economic News Index, the real GDP is negative. Negative. Okay, there again, turn on Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg. They're going to tell you we're positive like 5.6%. And I understand what we're talking about. You know, government spending is calculated. This war that we're funding over there, oh yeah, that adds to GDP. We're up to over $43 billion. Another $1 billion just went over today to support the war, which you're funding. I hope you are supporting that war because you're paying for it. Anyway, so strip that out and we're even worse than it, but negative. But here's the truth. It's in your face. All right. You and I knew this already, but how they allowed this to get out. Again, this is right now with a link to this in your inbox. If you subscribe to my free newsletter, link below, you can see this for yourself. Don't take Greg Mannarino's word for it. But I wonder why. Let me ask you. We're friends, right? We can talk about anything. Why is it that you could turn on Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg, and they're going to float out this decent GDP number? Oh yes, we're doing good. The economy is strong. But why don't they talk about the fact that the Federal Reserve itself is telling us it's going to be negative? Can someone explain that to Greg Mannarino? Because I'm not that bright. I don't know why they won't tell you that. Of course, you must be deceived. You must be distracted. You must be told to look here. Don't look over there. Make it up. All right, now let's move forward here. Now, we got a new Federal Reserve Vice Chairman. Say hello. I want to try to do that smile. Let me see. Do we look alike? Maybe, right? In some kind of roundabout way. This guy, all right. Every one of these Fed presidents has a platform. We're going to talk about that. So this is also in your inbox if you subscribe to my free newsletter. Now, I wrote big problem here. The U.S. Senate overwhelmingly supported this guy to be the vice chair or number 2 for the Federal Reserve. They're setting it up. This guy here, his platform, okay, first of all, he got approved 88 votes for, only 10 against. All right, so this is pretty much bipartisan across the board. You understand? Okay. This guy, his platform, poverty and inequality. He's worth over $7 million. Don't take my word for this. This guy whose platform is poverty and inequality wants you to believe that he's all for that. He wants to support that. He's going to spend whatever it takes to support poverty and inequality. The man is a multi-millionaire. Thank you, clever custom performance. You think he gives a damn about this? You know why this guy was chosen to be number 2 for the Fed? Because he's going to make sure that our loving, caring politicians and the Federal Reserve spends more cash than you could possibly imagine, pulled into the now, borrowed into existence in every way, shape, or form. They're setting it up bipartisan. Doesn't matter what aisle you're sitting on. Look at your number 2 to the Fed. He wants you to care about poverty and inequality when he's worth over $7 million. You think he cares about you? Really? No. All this guy and our freaking loving, caring representatives care about is putting the Federal Reserve at the top of the food chain because they're the freaking government. You and I, we are nothing. You understand? We have no representation at all. Fed President Jefferson is a spendaholic, a person who is addicted to spending money to the highest possible order. This man, okay, along with our so-called Senate representatives on both sides of the aisle, will certainly do all they can do to help the Fed fulfill its endgame to be the lender and buyer of last resort. Let me see your shock face. People, you can't make this stuff up. Anyway, he's happy. Wouldn't you be happy if you were worth $7 million? I bet you would be too. And your platform would also be poverty and inequality. Sure, tell him to give away his $7 million. Let's start support. How about letting some people into his big mansion? And all that. Oh, no, that won't happen. Of course, no. It's all set up. All right. This is all being set up. And I'm telling you, I get a lot of flack from this. You think seriously it's going to make any difference if we get Trump back in the White House or some other freak? Whoever they choose is going to work with this guy to help bankrupt whatever's left of this country here. You can't make it up. You can't make any of this stuff up, people. Oh, I dare you to try to do it because you can't do it. There are so many people that they believe their vote counts. It's going to make a difference in their lives and everything is going to be beautiful for them. Really? Not with this guy. Not with the current freak, number one, or the bipartisan freaking Senate here who've overwhelmingly put this guy in because of his platform. The platform is really important, What does that tell you? Poverty and inequality. How much cash do you think this guy and our loving, caring, bipartisan Senate is going to pull into existence here? Oh, but you can't know how inflationary that is, along with crude oil skyrocketing to the moon. No, because there's going to be a savior, and he's going to be put behind the resolute destiny. We're all going to be good. And you know who I'm talking about, because there are a lot of people who are locked into that. Ain't happening. Even if the guy gets chosen, and I don't think he is, ain't going to help you at all. Sorry to tell you. All right, people. What else can we say? It's a freak show on a scale that is really very difficult to get your head around. Look who's here. Lord Humongous, Geo Ryder, Dave, Alan Greenspan, Goulstein, Joey Socks. All you people. I love all of you. You're so awesome. Look, thank you. I'm going to just say thank you for listening to this, because if I had nowhere to vent this stuff off, oil to the moon, I start sweating, my heart starts pounding. I mean, this is crazy. Did you see the setup here? Do you understand why they chose this guy as second in command? Do you see where they're going? A bipartisan, overwhelmingly vote for a guy whose platform is going to bankrupt us even worse than we are right now? Inequality and poverty, really? What does that mean? Well, now he's second in command of the Federal freaking Reserve, is going to be more than happy to create as much cash as they can possibly dream about, spree their shorts over, and everything else to prop it all up. It's insane. It's insanity on a grand, magnificent scale, people. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm freaking dying. $7 million net worth. And he really cares about that. Make it up, people. Anyway, that's just part of the problem here. And what do you think about this? Why is it you never hear about this from the mainstream propaganda? Why is it that you will not know the truth? That the world economy, as you have known for years, I've told you, even forget about it as a percentage of GDP, the world economy is cratering faster and faster and faster. It's just over. The consumers are done. They can't make ends meet. They're borrowing beyond their eyeballs to try to climb themselves higher, trying to at least to maintain the illusion of a middle class existence. But once they fall down to the lower rung of society, this guy's going to give you some money, because that's all they want, is slaves to the system. What do you think? I can't handle it, people. I can't handle it. Greg can't handle it. I really can't. All right, look, before I really lose my mind over here, I got to loosen this up. I'm really sweating here. Let's twins. Thank you. Let's cover some. Anybody have any questions for me before I sincerely, just blow a gasket here? I don't know. No, it's not a clip-on. You think I wear a clip-on tie? I learned how to tie a tie from my dad, who was the most well-dressed, sharp person you'd ever want to meet. My dad looked so impeccably good in a suit. It was incredible, honestly. What's his name? Jefferson, Fed president. Well, Vice Chair Jefferson. Again, please check your inbox. And I hope every single one of you is subscribed to my newsletter. I send out stuff all day like this. It's so important to gather the big picture here. I'm trying so hard. I am working so hard to keep every single one of you in the know, knowing exactly what's going on. I know you do, but there's nothing wrong with having, a little bit more of an edge, and I'm working my butt off to try to make that happen. Thank you, Douglas. I appreciate all of you so much for your support. Every month you support my work. Some of you at least a fraction, but I do appreciate it. Um, we got each other's backs. We'll never let each other down. Period. In the end. Yeah, David. You know what? We're all worse. This is so much worse off than the Titanic. This is the most. This is unbelievable. It's just look. I guess I don't even know how to really get my head around this. It's unbelievable. If you can't see the setup here by now, what's really going on, not the propaganda and the this and then that, and you see what's going on here when they get guys like this, and overwhelmingly all of our loving care, almost every single one of our loving, caring representatives on both sides of the aisle wanted this guy because he's the guy. He's going to spend and pull cash into existence. And when they ask for more cash, he's going to be obviously the guy to help supply that as they create the slave system. Do you understand? Poverty and inequality. That's his platform. Yeah, he's going to bankrupt us worse. We're already the most indebted nation in the history of the world. Do you realize that? The United States is the laughing stock of the world. And it's only going to get a lot worse moving forward, people. People are getting crushed by design as they march themselves to the slaughter. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. Out of control. All right, people. Look, I think we're just about there. Thank you for those thumbs up. We got almost 500. This is during the live stream. I wish we had more people here. I got 1,315 watching right now. Please share this stuff. Get it out there. Thank you, Roberto. Start talking about this stuff. We're making a difference here in the world, but it's too slow. And the only way we got to get this. Look, where are you going to find this kind of information? I don't know. Maybe you people are a lot smarter than me and you can find it, but please get this out there. I'm counting on every one of you to share it, talk about this stuff, prepare for what's coming here, because however bad we imagine it's going to end up being at one point, it's going to be worse. There's just no doubt in my mind whatsoever. All right, people. With that's yeah, Joe, pretty much, but it's a lot worse than that. It's the global economy. Okay, I know you people focus here in the United States. It's worse off in Europe than we are here. It's central banks driving us into the ground. Central bankers driving us into the ground as fast as they possibly can. They're in their endgame. The central banks. Their plan is perfect. It's working exactly how it's supposed to be. They're pushing the world in one direction, a new world order. Wow. Thank you, automotive professionals. I really appreciate that. This is it. And look at that big smug smile right there. See that? Very happy, very happy. It's unbelievable. These are the things. These are the things that are running the world. These things. Understand that? These Federal Reserve presidents, all of them, I don't think they're even freaking human. They don't even have a human quality. You think this guy has some type of a human quality? No. He's put there to help bankrupt not just the United States, but the world, along with every other freaking central banker. These are the enemy. The enemy, people. Once you realize that, we're all going to be better off. Okay? These are not our friends. We are not each other's enemy. They want you to think that we are each other's enemy, and they're going to find every reason to tell you that we're each other's enemy, but it ain't true. Okay? It's all the same story. The deceptions, the distractions, the look here. Yes, these are criminals to the highest order, to the highest freaking order. All right, I'm out of here before I really freaking lose it. All right. This guy here loves you a lot from the heart. Again, thank you. Thank you for those thumbs up. Please share this stuff. I need all of you to get this stuff out there. All right. I'm counting on you to do that. Get this stuff seen. Okay. And those thumbs up are like so valuable. Again, the algorithms pick it up. People like it. They start sharing it. Other than that, we won't get this stuff out there. Yes. Philip Jefferson. That's him. All right, people. Joseph, thank you for that too. I will see all of you in the morning. I want to hear from you. What do you think about all of this stuff? Are you seeing the picture? Is it getting clearer and clearer and clearer to you? I hope so. I really, really do. All right. I'm out of here. See you in the morning.